Isn't anybody so sick of evil people winning? I want to be able to talk about my life. I want to keep focused on what I care about. But bad people always fucking win because they break you. They break you. Billionaires. Fucking Elon Musk. Donald Trump. The Democrats. The genocide. Everywhere. And on top of that, people like Allie and Carr and Grace exist. Why? Why do you have to be so fucking awful? I hate the evil narcissists who run our world. I hate them. I'm so tired. Nobody's fucking listening. Nobody listens. I have 2 friends that went to a psych ward because of her. 2. And it's coming up on Mother's Day. This woman has lost her mind just because I voted for Trump. She used to be one of my most loyal followers, and then when I tried to set a boundary with her, she went absolutely insane, made a bunch of crying videos saying she had to quit TikTok. I just told her she was making me uncomfortable. You can tell why. Crissa, this is really scary behavior. She's a mother, she has like a 4-year-old, and she sits on live stream with another psychotic, dangerous woman for 4 to 6 hours a day talking about me, trying to hurt me, and then she has the audacity to sit there and act like she's the victim. Oh, please, do you remember just 2 weeks ago when you were saying this? Get a grip.
I like what Sloopy does. Or not Sloopy, sorry. There's accounts showcasing Allie's antics with the clown. The clown makeup. We know your usernames. We know your Facebook. We know your TikTok handles. We know your Twitter. You are now known by us. But I just want to be very, 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 very fucking crystal clear that if you don't come up and show your face, Grace, I'm going to continue to say it's you. And by the way, if you want to wield Allie as a weapon against us, just know that weapon can so easily be pointed at you. If you don't, one more. If it's not you, too fucking bad. I'm going to blame you. And then guess what? I'm not going to be anonymous. I'll send an email to Allie directly with my first name and say, hey, I hate you. You hate me. I want you to know who's signing you up for psych wards. I want you to know who's signing you up for clown schools. By the way, what is your obsession with clowns, you weirdo? Like, we know what you look like. We know what you look like.
I believe.
You want to just needle in and...
Oh, yeah. Poor Crissa. You just said 2 weeks ago you love the clown faces over my face. And you love that somebody's harassing the actual hell out of me with those accounts. And those accounts go and message my followers, and they make fun of my physical appearance every time I get on this app. And they make fun of every move I make, and you're like, I love that. I love that silly little clown face. And then what, 2 days later, you're like, what's your obsession with clowns? You're so weird. Do you want me to start clipping things together of you like you guys have done to me? And start spreading heinous lies about you? This is exactly why Trump won the election. Because woke idiots who won't do an ounce of research have become the most cruel people in the world. She thinks it's fine to try to ruin my life because I voted for Trump and because I don't like her, because of this exact behavior. What actually happened is Crissa found me after I lost my accounts and stuff. She started messaging me on Instagram, and she was in love with me. She took that same like overly excited personality, and she was like, she sent me all these messages and she was crying, and she was like, you have given me life. Like, watching you fight all of this has just been so incredible, and you're so funny. And it was just really over the top because everything she does is over the top. And then she started coming on my live streams all the time, and then she started hitting on me. And it was really performative and weird. And then she was like, me and my husband, like, want to be a thing with you, and da-da-da-da-da. And she was only saying it to me in lives. And I was so uncomfortable. And Hags and Sleuthy and all these other people commented on how inappropriate it was. Hags was like, yeah, it's really weird what she's doing. And I was like, yeah, it is weird. It was so inappropriate. So I didn't want to hook up with her and her husband, so I was like trying to figure out, like, she was like, you need to call us, we want to like do this whole thing. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that was so weird. Then I find out, like, she supposedly supports me so much, and she starts getting so involved. Like, all of these people get way too involved. Normal people, I have a ton of normal friends on the internet that have never gotten so involved in this. They've never gone to Jubilee's lives. Like, the only people who do this are so weird. So I start seeing that Crissa, someone who supports me, is going over to Jubilee's lives. And I was like, can you please not do that? I literally sent her the nicest message, and I said, hey, like, I know that you think you're mediating, but this person is so dangerous and has done horrifically dangerous things to me and has no regard for my life. And I was like, there's no mediating with people like that. And if you want to go talk to her, you can go talk to her, but we will not be friends. And I said it to her in such a nice way. And she messaged me back, and she's crying, sobbing. She was like, I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. There's no reason to cry. You just say, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. Like, no. Let me go be an adult. No, she makes up this sob story, and she's like, I have to quit TikTok because I made Allie mad. I wasn't mad. I just said you were making me uncomfortable because you're going to someone who had been abusing me for months and trying to mediate with them. That's so fucking toxic. You just wanted to be a part of the drama. She started drama with AMW. Crissa is just as ridiculous as Jubilee. I'm very scared for your mental health, Crissa. Like, I'm not kidding. And so she says she's quitting TikTok and then the next thing I know, Jubilee posts something and she's like, Allie makes another mom quit TikTok. If I can't set a boundary with someone who's supposedly a friend and say, hey, you're making me uncomfortable, you were never my friend in the first place, and you're literally 13 years old, Crissa. Like, you act like a 13-year-old. So I stopped talking to her. I didn't make a video about her. I didn't bring our drama to the internet. There was no drama. I just stopped talking to her. How does that make me evil? And then 8 months later, a year later, she found out I voted for Trump, and she decided that it's her mission to want to hurt me and that I'm just not a human, and she has this whole made-up story that I did something to her. What did I do other than say, I don't want to sleep with you and your husband, and I'm really uncomfortable that you're making this really messy when you don't need to? Get a grip. This video is for educational purposes only. I have so many strikes on my account, so I'm sure this video won't even get views, but she'll see it. And we're gonna go live and talk about this. That's like absolutely terrifying behavior. Get a psych eval, for real.